We popped in to see Nick from Ferrositi in Cheltenham. Now these guys are a great example of investment, and on the back of that success, building relationships and integrity. Nick, how long's business been going?
We started here at Colin in 2012, but actually started cutting metal in January 13.
Okay, now looking around the machine shop, this is your latest investment, so what sort of size parts would you go from and to?
So we can turn, for instance, from a sort of 10 mil diameter up to 500. And milling wise, we can go from, well, small as your fingernail up to sort of 8 tons.
8 tons in weight, okay, because there's a huge great plate just down here, which, well, what size is that?
So milling wise, this is sort of 1.5 square, and we can hit that all in one go.
Okay, now what I'd like to do is just concentrate first, looking at here, your Mazak, it's a brand new, is that right? We mentioned about investment, that's key to part of your success?
Yeah, the Mazak came in last week, and that was basically to add turning capacity to our ever expanding order book.
Okay, now you say turning capacity, you've got an example here. What's happened with this part here?
So basically we managed to turn that all in one. It's 316 stainless steel, and then with the live tooling on the lathe.
So looking at that, obviously the flat's the profile, I'd think bit of turning, bit of milling, but you're doing it all on this one machine.
Yeah, originally this would have been 3 ops, I think, and now we're doing it in one.
So that part there is 316, but any materials you can cover?
Yep, we'll go from any sort of plastic up to sort of Inconel and any other exotics.
Okay, and you also mentioned in terms of partnerships, relationships, because you've got some great names that you could mention.
Yeah, I mean, we work with the likes of Safran, TBS, Renishaw, who I think you'll agree are all world leaders in their respective fields.
So Nick, that's your latest investment, the quick turn, but you've also got the VTC just over my shoulder, so over to Gio to have a chat about that.
Nick, you've recently invested in the VTC 530C. This is a travelling column machine. Why have you opted to go for a travelling column?
Basically, we tend to handle a lot of large parts at Ferrositi. So on this, we've got a 1.7 metre bed, and having the travelling column means we can put heavy parts on there and not worry about the inertia of the part moving about.
So less wear and tear on the machine, faster point-to-point, Travis?
Exactly.
And I notice on the machine bed at the minute, you're also doing smaller parts, and you've got a 4th-axis rotary table on there, so you have got a lot of flexibility?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you can always do a small part on a large machine. And having the 4th axis, again, just increases our capability and the ability to do more complex parts on here.
So you've got ultimate flexibility on this 3-axis machine with 4th-axis rotary table, but you've also recently invested in a Mazak i600?
That's correct, yes. We've invested in a lot of Mazak equipment recently. Basically, we've got a good relationship with them and it's a quality product.
And with the i600, does this give you more capabilities? Are you winning a lot more work with this 5th-axis capability?
It's offered us 2 sort of things. One, we can take on more complex work, and also we've been able to streamline production on a lot of our previously 3-axis parts.
So what I'm getting from this, you do a lot of small work, but you do very large work too. Now you're also doing 5th-axis work. Is it predominantly high volume or low volume? What's the marketplace that you're aiming for?
For us, it tends to be from sort of 1 to 20. We do quite a lot of sort of small, complex prototype parts, and then that may go in sort of production batches.
Right, well, I'm looking forward to see the i600, Nick.
So Nick, you've showcased what you could do here with your XYZ and your Mazak, sort of milling, turning. That's more your smaller components. But I see here you've got your Keung and your Dalis.
Yep, the Keung's our biggest. It's a 3+2 machine, and we can machine 3.1 metres in X and 1.25 metres in Y and Z.
So some huge components. Any sort of restrictions in terms of industries or materials?
No, we can pretty much tackle anything anyone wants to throw at us.
Okay, so like a challenge. So quick summary of Ferrositi, please.
So Ferrositi is a fairly young business. We've invested highly in technology, and we have good partnerships with our suppliers and customers, which include Safran, TBS, Renishaw and Apple.
That's a great overview, and very young, 5 years old, well, 5 years young. Wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, Colin.